Hi everyone. Before I continue to some of the main points about the disadvantages of a tax system, I'd first like to clear up some misunderstandings that we might have between our different policies. First of all,
in cap and trade, the market is determining the price of carbon dioxide emissions.
Free market doesn't work with
the most effective, efficient, and fair.
Correct taxes is the best
You're
method.
sucking more money from the economy.
We need to reduce the amount of...
You're going to be raising the price of energy for everybody in the
Trade
country.
provides no such incentive.
that is not true.
Some of those things are not actually true.
Well, right now consumers can sign up for all sorts of forms of energy. And the ones that are green are marketing themselves saying, look, buy from us, we're green. With a good energy tax or a cap and trade, the green ones wouldn't have to say, look, buy from us, we're green, it's what you should do. It's buy from us, we're cheaper. What we were trying to do is get the true cost of energy, including the pollution effects, to be worked into the price that consumers pay.
I mean, I think you can have a well-constructed, environmentally effective cap and trade, and you can have a well-constructed, effective carbon tax system too.
In every cap and trade we've ever seen, you end up getting a cap that's higher than people initially talked about.
And that's certainly the European experience. Pretty much every government was giving out more credits than had initially been agreed, because all kinds of industry and labor groups came forward saying, oh, if you don't do something for us, we're going to get killed, and you've got an election coming up, and we're going to be out there in the streets making trouble. And with the Waxman-Markey bill, it looks like the government's going to end up auctioning off relatively few of these permits, and it's going to be giving out the rest to heavy polluters. A lot of other countries really haven't set up much of a polluting infrastructure. And so rather than have us rip out what we've already got and build new, the cheapest thing to do is to pay other people to start it up right. That's the nice thing about something like Kyoto, which is a worldwide cap and trade system, is instead of us cutting back, which would be very expensive, we could pay people who'd be much cheaper to avoid putting out carbon.
The problem with carbon is it's so widespread and comprehensive. I mean, if you say it's a problem to have carbon emissions, well, almost everything has some carbon implications. So I don't see how any cap and trade system can encompass all of that. And I don't really even see how any kind of mandatory regulation can. I think you're going to have to have a whole bunch of different things.
One suggestion is we put on a tax that goes up when energy prices go down, and then stays on when energy prices go up. So it's like a ratchet. It's pretty slick. I think we just got to muddle through that however bad this first bill is.
Initial attempts may not work. Initial attempts may end up being inadequate, so you have to do something more expensive.
The permit allocations to polluters, that's got a timeline on it, and hopefully that wouldn't get extended, so that over the next 10 years they get fewer and fewer, and eventually they'd be on their own.
Basic patterns of living really might ultimately have to be different if you wanted to capture the kind of reductions people are talking about.
But, this is sort of a multi-year kind of effort, and it might even be like a multi-generational effort. So I think you also just have to really worry about the buy-in by the public, through education or culture, into really giving up some stuff.
We set these cap and trade prices, we set these pollution taxes, and that causes us to cut back our pollution now. And in doing that, governments grab a bunch of revenue, and the question is, what do you do with that revenue? And you can use it to cut Social Security taxes, you can use it to fund Medicare, you could use it to give it for third world aid. You don't really have to choose. You don't have to say, well, do we help people in the future, or do we help people now? You can say, well, this is the way we grab resources to help people now and help people in the future at the same time.